Command is big 2, we're rolling up on it. His ass.
Confirm. Took your shot. Ball stampering.
Ground, this is high. Can I start TP now? Over.
Probably. All call signs, please check in. Good to go. Alpha.
Alpha's good.
Bravo.
Roger.
Charlie.
Lamb.
Charlie.
Yeah, I know. Outcast and under.
I believe Charlie was Angel.
Yeah, I've already signed back on. What's up?
Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm back, yeah.
Delta?
Everyone's deep boys bankrupt. Lamb.
Pick one.
No, I trust me.
1 second, we'll get the autism. I can't hear anyone. Pick one. Good to go?
If I can't speak it loud, I can do lamb in
Pick two. Good to go?
Hey, Buckin.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Fuck you, Liru. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, stand by. I'm gonna try a squad and see what happens, and we'll go from there.
Can Alpha volunteer as tribute?
Alpha, what's your call sign?
Lamb.
Sword.
Waiting for somebody to shoot it and then go off.
I don't have sword on my roster, so.
Should just be Alpha then.
There's 3 alphas. Please use the Yuki menu.
1 sample, 1 2.
Just a lamb.
Oh.
The brothers have been summoned. The lamb has summoned them. I'll look at you. It's our turn, sir. Next time.
What are you looking at?
I'll get you lamb's time. Catch it. No,
Get the it as well.
Lamb is calling me. Keepers of the lamb. Protectors of the lamb. Lamb. I can't keep serious.
Stewie dead. Sav, what's your call sign?
The real Alpha.
Stand by. So Frost is down. Map Nora doing a very dangerous low opening. That's okay. Nimia manages to knock herself out. Nice. Alright, did I miss anyone? No, I did not. Cool. Alright, so the groups worked pretty well.
Good check 5-5.
Hey, Liru. Go back in. That was...
Fucking platoon medic killed you with this parachute! I'll put you back in, but oh my fucking god!
Ground, that is under.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Charlie, what's your
Alpha
status?
Sands, move to your
Charlie's on the ground. I think 2 of my guys are still there, bro. Anyone still there, boy?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
The looks of it, you still got someone there.
Yes.
Cheesecake casual who is still falling.
Oh my god.
I want my goat back.
That was actually amazing. Prince for the
Yeah,
690.
right,
Go get a bottle. Okay. Ground, this is high. If anyone can relay to ground. Right. Someone relay to ground. She owes me a hundo. High off comms 2 miles.
Apparently, we're supposed to relay the ground.
Delta's at its shield rig.
She owes High a hundo.
Still in the ship's hospital, concept when all of you guys are regrouped, this including the crew. Bravo, 6. Feedback Delta, Charlie is on the ground and ready to move.
Hey, firm Charlie, head to shield regroup.
Wow, how are reinserts working?
Alright, Frost, can you go up to Sierra, tell him to come over here, because I'm going to just drop you both again.
We've got about 2 more guys about to be dropped in as well.
Hello.
Alright, Sierra and Frost, I hope you both know how to use a parachute. Stand by.
Yeah, I just
Delta Charlie,
flew
ETA.
50 meters and kind of that wasn't enough.
About literally on top of you right now, man.
Gravity exists.
Hey, firm
Gravity is
crew
now
2,
a
you here
thing.
too? We'll lay that to you.
What's your call sign?
Was that a gunshot?
Shield ground, shield's all here.
stand by, Sword. Everyone here?
Everyone's here.
Start moving to your point. Move slow, carefully. You can see.
Shield confirmed, shield moving to hold point now.
Very large twig branch, yeah, right?
Go check it.
I'm just going to have that thing drive out. And otherwise, the groups are on the move. There's a few guys jumping late, that's fine.
Shield armor attachment, U-175.
And we got Frost, Niner, opened a little late. If I was being serious with this, I would have,
Shield armor, make sure it's soft. Down, soft, down.
Okay, that's Carol's hold fire. If they opened up that late, that close, I probably would have had maybe one of these guys spot it.
Send in goat team.
It would depend how many
6.
people actually showed up.
On MSR, moving towards LZ.
Private Juggalo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I'm sorry you weren't able to play today. I thought you were one of the guys that was on the server. But there's always the next time. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this.
That was Charlie.
So, Sierra Niner
Copies.
flying right over the fucking Hemet.
Delta copies.
That was actually kind of cool. And he did it at an angle where I don't think he would have seen it, the driver. Very ballsy, but hey, it worked and it looked pretty fucking badass. So that was something, all right. Definitely something. All right. DJ, did you crash or did you drop yet?
No, I crashed. Seat doesn't like me.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be teleported on the ground or Halo drop in?
It's all the same. You can Halo drop me if you want.
Okay.
Thank
I'm gonna put you like right over the objective. No, well, not the object, but where they are right now. So just have fun.
Delta Charlie, have you guys slow down, move slow.
Alrighty. So I don't have any AI skill to give, so that's fine. But otherwise, I've got pretty much a near full bottle of Smirnoff. iced cake vodka. 30% alcohol by volume. I use that for some of my cocktails.
Shield ground.
Go shield.
Shields I hold.
A-firm, hold there.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delete him because he was just something to be ambient with. And I'll be, since they don't have any drones up, they do have air recon though, so gotta be mindful of that. But because no drones, I can send stuff from the sides and just focus on making this an interesting experience more than a winnable op. That's what I'd say my difference is on the Friday ops are compared to everything else. Fridays are for interesting experience stuff. You know, make an interesting concept out of what we got with Fridays and vanilla and whatnot. Make base armor look good. But actual ops are, you know, if you win it, be proud because you earned it, you know. But it's hard to actually fail a Friday op. So I'm not gonna have these guys aggro, even though these have night vision. They would have clearly seen that.
Let me know when you are
But
set.
just having some fun.
Sword is setting now. We have enemies to our northwest.
Peanut butter whiskey. That sounds interesting.
A-firm, that's expected. Okay, guys, here's the plan. Sword, you are going to push to the west.
Like whiskey that tastes like peanut butter? That?
And start to clear towards the north. Shield, you're going to push the compound moving directly north.
I could say something so bad.
The west.
That means you can get your dog drunk as it licks your balls.
Reaching north, moving west.
We've failed a Friday op here and there, but it's very rare because normally the player base is stacked. Jesus Christ, yeah, right? I'm very bad. I'm sorry.
Sword, here to engage when we're ready.
Okay, guys. When you have cleared, we'll meet in the north. Make sure you please prioritize capture rather than
So
kill
wherever bullets go, I'm gonna have this squad move off to the side. That lantern's gonna get turned off and chucked in this car. Yeah, sounds good.
You want us to go ahead and support us in?
Yep, we're ready when you are.
Oh yeah, classic TSV drinking game. It's a good game. Here we go.
Delta's moving. Confirm they'll be attacked.
Charles falling.
Yep, and there goes the bullets. Right off the bat, two of them try to call us an MSR. Duelers KIA. Granite KIA. Barbarian crashes. I'm gonna have to take a big swig after this one.
So, second contact from an MG watching the road that they were crossing to the north.
Stewie's dead.
Delta's Charlie.
Oh my god. A lot of dead people from that one. Hot damn. Sorry, remind me after this I need to take a very big drink. Fuck.
This is Bravo.
Alright.
Charlie, you guys start moving. We're set.
Woo!
Sunshine, we are mid-range and we encounter heavy contact. Open your eyes.
Charlie to Delta guys.
Oh man, that shit tastes good.
To your current northeast of the compound.
Flare has been dropped.
Or northeast of the compound.
This guy's got multiple men down.
Give me the green light when you want to charge it.
Charlie, you're clear to go now, dude.
Drone is now being sent up.
Make sure you're pushing. Pushing and moving around.
Bravo's the drone running ahead for us.
Drone being sent around. It's vanilla.
Alright, well it's the death on.
It's not insta-death, it's if you go in the unconscious animation, but get shot again, you still die. So it looks like insta-death, but really it's just you're getting double-tapped super quick by a machine gun.
Alright.
I love that double tap.
Oh shit, they actually brought in a GMG. That's smart of them. So now they're shooting off on the town. Air, this is high. We do have reinserts, so when that SAM goes down, you got stuff to do.
Alpha Victor 1.
So I got that squad broken apart.
We've got a armed vehicle on the road for you.
But yeah, I just took a big swig and I can already feel it because I have only eaten ravioli today. So Skelly ran down, he got hit. But yeah, having that split force
Bravo, be advised.
would have worked better if I didn't have that sentry there. But now I got these guys coming around.
Bravo's moving down.
Medic's been shot, Barbarian is back though. Looks like Direcky tried to run up to this Vic, he was shot.
Warriors on the southeast corner of the compound. Watch fire on
Looks like most of this group is getting cleaned up because I had a little garrison right there.
Delta first.
So I'm now going to order this APC to come around and try to cut off this force, but yeah, these guys are mostly going to get fucked. And that's unfortunate, but that just happened to be where the AO was set up.
Command is moving up to the suspect compound.
Pharaonics trying to follow this guy. Realizes he's an enemy. But yeah, his bullets, I guess, penetrating that area, not doing too well. Mora's getting crewed now. Pharaonics getting the shot.
Delta to the ground.
But that entire flank is wiped. King of Kings has moved up.
Be advised, Delta has eyes on 1x Rhea on the southwest side of the compound. Looking down.
Oh, man. And Kinnekins gets sniped off that turret. But yeah, that entire right flank was taken out.
Alpha to Bravo, be advised. Alpha is masked heads along the road. There's IFVs pushing from your northwest.
So I have this Panther right here.
Delta Charlie.
Rich tapping that guy.
Copy that. We've not really got anything sorted to engage him. Vehicle crew need to get in these ICs.
Get Charlie.
Grab the vehicle crews, get yourselves in the fix.
So IFV is being turned. They don't notice this Panther up here. I'm gonna have it basically go up here and stage. Now you're just seeing that massive amount of casualties. Just heard a static pop off. I think it might have dropped Frost.
I believe we have.
No, not that angle.
Not the AA. We need to get the ICs that come in to cure us.
So yeah, there's no chance in them saving that, but now that light's gonna go up and it's gonna start double tapping people because the IFVs aren't told. There goes Azariah. Look at both of them right here. He doesn't even notice!
Bart, how you get this?
Alpha's mass chance bar cure coming in from the northwest. Bravo's in the compound. Clear.
Those Vic crews, oh my god. So they're finally getting shots on it.
Shield, how you get this?
Shield curling is going to move somewhat forward. Try to push north.
Player base they do have the number advantage here, but look at this.
Crews, if you can get shield.
Delta Charlie. Location. Bedroom.
Now these guys come into play. Rich and Cheer running up. Rich gets shot. These guys now cleaning up those units, but geez, how many people do we have back at base? Yeah, a lot. So Outcast might have to land to pick more people up, because a lot more people died in that than I thought.
This is Bravo.
This guy coming around back here, dropping two people.
Just east of Hammer's position. We can get him up, please don't help.
Delta Charlie, be advised, we're taking fire from the northern entrance.
I could, but they're taking way too many casualties right now. I have Abraham running out, but I don't know what he's doing. This guy's just holding his rocket launcher like, hey!
Ground call to CYSE, can I get south of it on?
Nimia gets dropped, Abraham gets dropped.
1 times down, radar still up.
Oh my god!
Hey, try and get the rest of the SAM sites down because there's going to be struggling for reinserts until then.
Is that all of the medics KIA? Why are the two vehicles just tightly knit right here? They should be going out and being mobile.
Shield has eyes on 2. We're getting ready to detonate shortly. Stand by.
Holy crap!
Trying to get something to do it.
I'm gonna try popping a flare over this position, see if that aggroes the AT guys.
Dump to Charlie. Be advised your demo guy still up. Lovely.
I'm gonna do it.
Walking Hammer, you there?
Cause look, I'm staring right here, like.
Walking Hammer, you there?
Scully, I've been having
They're right there, like.
Either. I don't know if it's
staring at them.
or something.
Alright, going to drop.
Wait for them, Queen and Country.
Yeah, so that made him immediately push back. Hot damn! We just blew that one up. Are they just ramming this now?
2IC, be advised, we have destroyed 1 times rail, working on the second one.
My god.
Hey,
I regret grabbing the bottle because now I think I need to chug it to represent the fact that 2/3 of the player base is dead.
Delta, retasking you. Can you go to Chuckle Wagon's position and see what the fuck's going on for their comms, why they're not responding on any net?
Hey, for what's their position?
East side of compounds.
Oh
So
my
first is
god.
the east side compound.
Hammer to ground, do you read? Yeah, 2SC's reading you.
There goes ground.
Chuckle Fuck just exploded, and Hammer is 1 crew out of 3. Not combat effective.
Open.
Jack, we have lots of reinserts. We can get another chopper back on. We can get across.
That's gonna blow up.
Power wagons that blew up.
Delta, give me a stat plus update. I need an update on those SAM sites.
One still has eyes on destroy SAM sites.
Hey, if you get down in about 30 seconds.
That one blew up before I could end it.
Hey, if get it done.
So now they're having air deploy a lot of guys. Holy crap. And the medic just got tapped, and I think that... Nope, there's still a medic here. But, oh man, that
Delta
was...
to Charlie, be advised, we did bar your medic. Delta medic's down. East side, we're on the east side compound by the
That
third
was an
rail.
interesting start, to say the least. I'm gonna cut the lights here. I think they just cut the engine.
Delta Charlie, we have marked a position on that.
And they've brought the engine back.
Bravo,
I was gonna throw in like another squad of QRF as well, but God, that was just way too much of a beating. So many things were wrong right there. So I think in this low pass, it was at an angle so no one could see the MSR. DJ just used a shotgun to kill that AT guy. The two ground Vics were with each other, looking at two random directions instead of pushing out with infantry. No one rectified with the Vics to, you know, the Panthers were coming. Like, so much. So now the world's on fire, and I'm having just additional units start to come down. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of reinserts. And this AT guy, I might try to snipe this Vic.
Bravo here, 2 man strong.
8 firm Bravo, 2 SCs on inbound healer, times out with 30 Sierra out.
8 firm, recommend we get the forces out of the AA site before shit hits us at QRF.
We're going to try and regroup everybody first, mate.
Alright.
If anything, get defensive on the northwest
Let's
side, watch
see.
the MSR.
NATO helicopter.
We have a bunch of reinserts back at staging. We have 1 chopper. We need a pilot. Not sure how it's looking at the moment.
First bird's landing on the deck, now for reinserts now.
8 firm, go away to be rotation.
I'm gonna have that thing kind of go to the site and look at what's going on. Put her lights on as well.
Give me an update on the state of the compound, please, guys.
And looks like air has been aggroing some of this infantry.
Topography advised, Delta's in contact to our northeast of the compound.
8 firm, I've got reinserts about pushing in time now.
Marshall looks like it's gone aggroed. It's firing at Outcast as Vic. And it's tracking them.
Be advised, my guys are reporting auto campfire coming from the west. Confirm, we're on the northeast compound. Just reporting contact for fire.
So another ray of reinserts coming in.
GC2, I see.
Have that ground command coming in as well.
Use your best judgment on where to move for now. I'm not there. I don't know what the situation is.
And I think that 50 cal is also firing at the aircraft.
Ground command to be advised, about half of Alpha's in the air, the other half is waiting on reinserts.
Yeah, we're all sitting here. We have no chopper.
Let's ground be advised, eyes on Ghost Hawk coming in from the west.
See if she'll get her miniguns out.
Shelly, pad are we going to?
There they are.
Skelly on that. Yep. I've set Alpha's reinsert 70 on northeast side.
Charlie.
Now Undead trying to get up using this 20mm.
Charlie, what's your position?
Currently holding southwest of the compound.
Undead's got to be careful because I do have this LAV with the autocan. Doesn't look like she's aggroed yet.
Your west, there's an AT guard.
Run, you fat bastards, run.
Ooh!
Hey, firm, we'll go around the open.
Whew!
Roll just had a near miss.
Just crashed.
Helicopter.
So Azariah took that Vic down. Cheers taking some shots. I don't know why this Moore is in the center of the compound. The vehicle placement, they should be on the MSR watching at this point. Nora running up, double tapping him. Nice. Undead, I think, just got shot out. Yep. And that was the autocannon by this LAV back here. Whew, so far it has been a very messy operation. But I'll give it a second before I send another QRF wave their way. I'll give them a few minutes.
Get away from the pads.
That could have landed on them, which...
Chopper, make sure ground command gets
I always say it. We'll know it when it happens. It's very rare, but it happens more often than you think. So I don't know which wife who got shot down.
Wait, one on my way.
They're gonna need both choppers in.
Do we get to ride in a Victor or we have to walk? No, you said Bravo. You made it sound like it was far as fuck away.
Delta, be advised, Charlie's got eyes on a hostile LAV to the west, about 600 meters out. We're gonna check it out.
Hopefully I don't get murdered by friendly Vics trying
Whoever
to
has
turn.
VTRP Grim in their squad, please tell them to get off of command chat. Over. Gonna shut that off.
Solid copy.
They're firing at this tank. I'm gonna pull the tank back.
ground, be advised, Delta Med with Bravo, point security northeast.
Duelers has been shot. Autocannon takes out Vice.
Security, we're on our way in.
Probably not a good idea to take those shots from longer range, but... bring that tank around.
Charlie's got incoming NPC coming from the west. Empty gonna try to take it out. Just stuff it's not coming, boys. Hey, push to engage.
They can't really push at this angle, though. They have to pick a flanking angle. Those Vics, I knew when I put them at night, as long as you don't piss them off, they're not going to shoot at you, so you could get to this tree line, and then run down to this set of trees, and then ride it to the left or right, and then you could be close enough to take that Vic out.
Do we have a friendly marshal in the area?
Negative times now.
So air now coming in to deploy those reinserts. So I'm gonna have this marshal pull over to the right. Tank's now gonna come up and assist because that marshal's reporting that there's a LAV firing at him. He managed to get the gunner, so I'm gonna switch this guy to gunner seat. Ooh, he has it lined up. They're firing back and forth. Oh! Ooh, that was the other Vic. And they did a fucking flip right there. Marshall countered that pretty hard. I guess got a few critical hits on the engine or something.
Dead. I hit it in the engine 15 fucking times.
It's not dead until it explodes. And we were already
I had
damaged.
15
Alright, so,
Hull and wheels are red, everything else is orange, so yeah.
How the fuck did it survive?
Marshall is better than a Morag.
From the hits that I saw, they were, I guess, not critical.
Charlie, how you doing?
Okay,
still my FT guy died. Marshall is still up.
Mystery fucking lone wolf shit is also a good idea.
We didn't really lone wolf it.
Didn't really lone wolf. We were like
We left
within
the whole
20
compound
meters.
engaged in open
Yes.
ground.
We went onto the road. So we better get some.
Well,
So we did that.
that squad's fucked.
It would have been fine if it weren't for the fact that the Marshal apparently has bullshit armor. Because anything else would have died from the amount of shots I put into that thing. And we have the element of surprise too. We didn't see the chance until a whole like minute after I shot it 15 times.
Was that my static right there? Yep. And that thing's firing at those infantry coming in.
I shot the last
More vodka.
fucking rounds or whatever, however many rounds were in that goddamn mag at that thing. And it weren't,
Well.
and it isn't dead.
End of the day.
IRL warrior,
it's not
nice.
dead, we are
For those of you who don't know, the marshal, the
See if we can
Mora,
find
excuse
next
me,
time.
is IRL warrior.
Before we run out of vehicles.
I forgot that the Marshal has bullshit armor.
That guy's so salty about it. There we go.
Well,
We'll try and kill the crew and you can take it, so then you can have the
There's
let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
We do, you need one?
BTRs, I think.
Yeah, there's just 2 Marshals inside.
Kill 2 marshals.
There's that 50 cal firing on tier here.
Rids, not BTR.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's Rids.
The 6-wheeled
They're not great.
with the GMG.
So they're dropping off more guys.
Charlie, medical coverage.
It's not better than a Marshal though.
Yeah, fair.
Medical
If
coverage.
it has your rockets on it, it'll suit me.
Marid does not have rockets on the set. I wish to God it did, because we need 18.
I mean, hi.
Up call signs, put back. Up call signs, put back to rally points. Up call signs, put back to rally
I
points.
actually went down for like a millisecond and then one more.
Bravo, copy is moving.
Delta copy is pulling back.
You're leaving.
Who's firing the shine at the gun?
Delta, clear firing orders. We'll pull back where we engaged from.
It's been.
Hey, Liru, can you do me a favor and call in 50 for reinsert?
They know. They had to deploy 2 full choppers. They're on their way back now.
Oh, okay.
But I'll call it in. Ground, this is high. Be advised, we have multiple reinserts at base. Over.
Thank you, Liru.
Make sure that we get
So far, it has been a lot tougher than I meant it to be. But that's really because the vehicle Vics, the vehicle Vics, the Vic crews haven't really been playing this one right, in my opinion. Just, again, the 2 marshals, like, back-to-back right there, they really needed that extra fire support. And it just did not play in their favor. I wonder if they're going to grab those 2 Marids. So it looks like they just lased a tank. That was done by one of the pilots, so good job there. But now the only thing that's in the way is that machine gun. But now I do have this QRF coming up, which might murder Skelly. I'm going to let the AII go. C'est la vie here.
If you are in the compound, get yourself out.
And you're shooting at the gun.
I have no idea why it did that either. It just happened.
That guy fucked.
Because I mean, also to be fair, we're fighting against like
Pull that Vic up a bit more, having this full group dismount here.
Bravo's mobile, 1 times limit.
literally it's just like kind of a and then I think one of the guys, I think it was our good old AT here, got told to respawn.
So putting that Marshal to good use.
Once you get here, head to your task force leadership signs.
But now they're doing a pullback because they certainly took a beating. So when you do an op like this, if you find out that one of your flanks is utterly fucked, you need to consider popping smoke and leaving immediately, in my opinion. The issue was, they couldn't know. Like, a 4-man team in a Vic against 2 squads, in my opinion, is pretty easy to defeat. Oh my god, this Vic is coming down. And it goes for Melon Eyes and it mows him down! That LAV is not covering at all! Oh my god! That Marshal just let... It's still shooting at stuff! It's not... It's shooting at the compound in the... Oh my god! And then it kills Devenser. Wow! I can't believe that! Who is the gunner on that? Back in Black. I think he's solo crewing it. That's why I didn't see it. And he was tunnel vision taking out... Oh my god. That is just a fucking beating.
I'm gonna say this is back in Black's fault.
Yep, you cut contact.
Jensen.
Fucking hell. That's not even a Vic. I think that's a solo guy because he was ordered to take a Vic back.
Well,
but if you're with the group, you shouldn't be firing at the shit in the compound over. You need to be covering your group. Hell, he should have let everyone get into his Vic and pull out. Oh my.
Because I said we were waiting at the corner for more orders.
That was ridiculous. Holy fuck. Alright, we're gonna start deleting bodies here. I'm gonna leave the Rex. But yeah, I mean, they succeeded in bringing down the AA net, but massive amount of casualties. Absolutely massive. I had 2 squads garrisoned, 1 squad patrolling around, and then a fire team here, and then 2 squads there to use as QRF. I guess it's just them at night, like, fuck.
Platoon here, we're going to move to the stage and then regroup. Once again, we're going to approach from the south, so I do not want people using the MSR going straight towards that fob. I want us coming through the woods from the back.
Ground, this is high. Be advised, we have multiple reinserts at base. Over.
I'm trying to. Once again, J-Tech, Zip, I hope you can hear me, but please prioritize those reinserts.
That's just crazy. I mean, comms seemed okay. It's just they got bamboozled by that one vehicle right there. It was just a patrol car with a gun on it. Yeah, now I have this FIC pulling up because it's going to provide recon. Because, I mean, we just mowed down a bunch of dudes running into the 4-line. This is highest in traffic.
Find out who the fucking driver of that Merid is.
Merid driver on the road?
Yep.
Blue Fabbit, why?
Yeah, kick him off, he's just fucking mowed me over.
Was it an accident, or what?
I was literally stood up, walking in his peripheral vision, and he just mowed me down.
Stand by. Can someone get in contact with Blue Fabbit? He's apparently running over dudes. I just want to see if he's doing it on purpose or not. Over.
He's not. I already talked to him.
It wasn't on purpose. I mean, look, I already watched a fucking Marshal crew completely ignore the fact that 6 infantry it was escorting out, like, died to a car. Like, that drove right up to him.
Charlie, Delta, please let me know.
So, I don't know what's going on. I guess people are blind today, but...
It's just the fact that comms are askew. Like, where Temp's talking
Alpha
to me...
is waiting on 1 times ring, sir.
The armor asset is just not talking whatsoever.
Charlie,
Yeah.
Mask has, but the next bird in is...
Oh yeah, no, armor has been completely... It's been bad today.
To get traction on it, but it's just
Yeah.
Security.
At this point, I would recommend you all, like, mount up in VIX and just literally just go attack the HQ instead. Because...
That's what we're trying.
Like, I did not... Like, you fought an even force of 4 squads, and then 1 squad I sent in later as QRF. A Panther and a frickin' armored car, and it kicked your ass, so...
I think it was just because we sorted from 2 vectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I say every week, don't do that, but you do it, so...
I was recommending to push from the south or the east, and she chose both.
Heck. These guys are gonna hear that chopper.
It's a case of I was trying to set it up where they shouldn't operate more than like 200, 300 out from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie. Send the Delta. Go ahead, some security in the woods west in front of the Marshal. To your south.
Meanwhile, I'm eating my Chinese.
Yeah, I got cake vodka. I've had to drink a lot already. Okay, we heard that chopper, so these guys are gonna start moving.
Coming down the road, no.
Confirm the vehicle. Scott, make sure this go. Everything is...
Pretty well.
Yeah, so I have this being smart. You can hear the vehicles from all the way here, so we know that they're something over there.
Alpha's still waiting on their reinserts.
Bravo, great.
I don't think these guys realize they could pull back further and just move the LZ for the
Right,
reinserts.
to shape a debrief.
Hmm. So I'm going to say this Marshal's going to come up. Because, again, 10 minutes ago we sent QRF, so I'm just bringing it again. But I'm also going to say that they drop off a squad, so by the time that squad is on foot... I'm going to start them out back here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Liru. Who has the UAV terminals?
They're open for anyone to grab at the UAV marker, like I said in the beginning before we even got anyone on server.
Wow.
It's on the UAV marker on the map. It's in a box, and then there's 2 drones.
I don't know what the UAV marker is.
Okay, so if you open the map, look at the little... Yeah, it's a little chevron, just to our east, slight northeast.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna have it go for that car.
Northeast. Fire! Alpha to Hammer, is this Marshall Shannon?
Skelly just got blown up.
Get guy in the fence.
Yeah, they're in the open field instead of the tree line. This, I'm gonna drink already. Like, I'm drinking early here. So yeah, this might be a Friday op where they get oofed pretty hard, so...
Charlie's green west.
IFB, north.
Whew! They blew that up in time. That Marshal went a little airborne there. Hot damn. So right now we're seeing 2 groups of players. Looks like Dr. Boom was shot out of his Marshal. That's not good. But I am continuing the assault here. Nimia trying to make the order to bail, but it is a little too late for that. I'm pretty sure that Marshal just shot friendlies. Because I just saw autocannon stuff go down right there. Oh, man.
Alpha's about to move it.
Marshall, friendly fire.
Yep, so they're calling that the Marshal's friendly fire, and it just wiped 4 dudes. Oh, man. I'm gonna be super mean. I'm gonna throw a Pawnee in the mix.
Colin, where you got that?
Dump them up. Security, southwest and west.
So you're hearing GMG fire. Blue Fabbit pulled up right over here. I don't have any AT to deal with him, though. But I'll run this guy up. But, oh my god, we're in between their lines, too.
Hey, PTA.
Do you just want Alpha to go?
If my AT gets up there, I am going to boop them, because there is no reason they should be that far with enemies currently wrapped all around them. Let's make this a clusterfuck, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to wipe an entire squad.
Charging engine, contact to our northwest. Currently dealing with a casualty because Marshall...
If you are loaded with a bunch of dudes, you should not be in there. Look at that. 6 people were in there. Oh my god. Liru 1009 is back. Yep.
Be advised, Alpha is mass cast.
Only have a few dudes left right here, too, so they've almost weathered the entire assault.
Yeah, dead, mass cast, whatever. Yeah, that's true.
They're shooting into friendlies again. Ground, this is high. Be advised you have reinserts back at base that need transported over.
Dump to the ground, be advised.
That takes out of fuel. They got this Marshal right here they could load up 8 dudes in. They got a chopper they could funnel people into real quick. They got this transport truck. They do not have any logistics issues. They're having communications issues.
Bravo up with the Marines. After this Bravo with the Marines and hence from the road. Guys loaded up in it as well.
If you require a vehicle and you're not have one,
So I hit my windshield. Doing a bit of a strike on him. It's undead hovering. Oh, undead.
Alpha, all in.
I am alive. Okay, both left is gone.
What's starting at the parade?
That's alright. That'll get him quicker back at base for reinserts.
last call. If you are absorbed, we are leaving in, and we're going.
But how much more punishment do I need to dish out to make them run for it at this point? Because they're staying in too hard.
All Charlie is mounted and ready to move by your mark.
Outcast killed himself! I didn't even... Okay.
No, so did I, but then ground told us to stop and give us a status, and then we gave a status, and then we died.
So you died because you were pulled way into the forest where enemies were coming out of, and one of them just AT'd you. Because you were...
Ground command said to go, and then she said to stop, and then I was trying to get clarification, and she...
I died because the little bird tried to ram me.
That was AI. I mean, I remote controlled it to try to turn around real quick.
No, it tried turning around real quick and nearly ran right into me.
Oh,
I tried to
oops.
dodge and I went into a tree.
I should have just said fucking and go, but that's my bad.
Yeah, Outcast, that was me. I wasn't trying to ram you per se. I was in first person, just trying to turn around real quick.
It's fine. We only have one Hellcat left.
You're right. Right?
Relay that the little bird tried to ram me. It was AI, but still basically nearly rammed me, and I tried to dodge and hit a tree.
Well, we still have... We have that little bird. There's a... Excuse me, not a little bird. If you go to the north, there's another Hellcat and a Kajman.
No, if I go to the
Guys,
north,
I'd like to remind you all that ground time from the flashlight.
You never even looked, did you?
I knew there was a Kajman over there.
Go to high.
This is ice on traffic.
Apparently Luxie is bugged out. Can you give him a poke?
Where's his position over? Or do you mean bugged out server side spawn?
Break. Hi,
Oh,
what
apologies.
happened?
He was bugged out. He died and was armored. So if we can get him teleported back, that would be nice.
Affirm. I'll put him at the T intersection that you guys are currently crossing over.
Affirm. We're about to have a reinsert here. Frost, hold on till he comes. Everyone else, get moving. No, Frost is holding. Everyone else should be moving.
He's teleported. I have a random frickin' forest marshal over here. Let me try to bring him over there, but hot damn, so far
If
it
you're not
has
ground
been
commander, you should
messy.
still be moving to the staging point.
I tried to tell Outcast it was me, but he believes AI, so I'm like, okay. Yes, we're playing Skyrim music in the background.
Soft copy.
A marshal in his natural habitat. Yeah. You're not wrong. So they're basically riding the edge and they're going to hit the southern side. I've got this artillery battery right here, and I got that place pre-garrison because I didn't know if they're going to be drones or not. So Az, I think, shot the 2 drones up, and they took out what was here. I don't know. Friday ops are either they do really, really well, or holy crap, everyone dies in a fiery explosion of death and destruction. We just need more vodka. If you want me to drink more live on stream, vodka is expensive, so if you want, shoot me some money. Write down that you want me to drink more on stream, and I will drink more on stream. I am a man of the people. I will do what my players want, and I will... What the hell happened to Luxie right there? And, I thought Luxie was in the Vic. That's weird. And I will, of course, cater the content to the viewers, but not at the expense of the players. So if you want me drunk, that is definitely a viewer thing, so... Cack. So reinserts dropped off on the fly. Very nice maneuver to see. We're just getting our VIX deleted here. But I'm willing to bet I'm going to need to do a full op debrief today to explain NATO's mindset and why things went astray. I'm waiting to also see that Kajman get in the air. Kajman air support would have been amazing for this AO, because they could have easily struck down the tank and the the Marshal, and then they could have easily covered the retreat of these units. But, you know, it's... whatever happens. So they're going to dismount an LZ clusterfuck because that position's cleared. I do have a Bobcat drone right there. Just 3 things to clear out. And then after that, they will need to disengage from that AO. But otherwise, I'm going to call this in. So, ground, this is Heidi. You copy? Roger. Be advised, on the HQ, I have no additional objectives for you. Break. There will need to be a laptop that you find and steal data from. This laptop will be like any other laptop texture we use, so it's the regular vanilla one, not the rugged one. Once you take the intel from that laptop, you are clear to leave the AO, and after you do that, we will index. Over.
Here comes the right.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to change these objectives slightly. Yep.
Videos aren't compatible in the Kajman.
Fuck. Alright, stand by.
Hey, Liru. Hey, all Spartans, be aware that when we take the compound room for a laptop with data on it, we will collect that data and we'll be able to
Bravo confirms.
Alpha copies.
Delta confirms.
Heads up.
What we have to do is reference the stage from the same location. We will approach from the southwest and then we will split. Sword will go to the right, shield will go to the
Outcast, I put some LRs in there. Just grab them. That's why you don't have backpack slots in case that breaks. I'll look at the Kajman's code. That's weird, but yeah, I'll fix it.
Both task forces, this is CYSE. Preliminary recon of the area is roof-bound statics and infantry.
Be advised.
There is 1 GGB Stomper, 1 Bobcat.
Steel.
There are 3 buildings in question. There is HPs for hard points. Hard points 1 and 3 are the most probable happens. Laptop HP 2
Intel.
barracks. All confirmed, so I know that
Delta confirms.
Do. That's in the form of documents. I gotta change that to laptop. So laptop. And it's shared on side. That way they all know when they get it. Again, I'm making this very easy so they can't fail. There you go. Critical NATO intel by this officer dude, and I'll even throw in a command thingamajiggy here.
Charlie to Delta, are you dismounting on the sword stage? Because there's no shield.
Throw that down, see if they notice.
Bravo's which stage?
Alright. I expect to receive a copy of this intel. DM me later. I'll shoot you a copy of that intel. Due to file limitations, I probably won't be able to send you all terabytes of it, but I can try my best.
Delta's at sword stage.
Charlie's at sword stage.
I'm just gonna be sipping this vodka every chance I get because of the amount of KIA that's happened.
Bravo's mobile, ready to go. Sword stage, all loaded.
Affirm, we're approaching in position.
Shadow, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no. It's NATO intel. It's like when Randy Pitchford left a flash drive at medieval times, which I love that place, by the way. But he left a flash drive containing critical business documents and porn. But it wasn't a porn; it was magician stuff.
Charlie Green.
And the girl was 18, so he says.
Delta Green.
So, you know, it's just like that. Magic, yeah, exactly. It's not hard to put Neko porn in ops, I'm letting you know. You know, you got all this custom import file stuff. Easy as pie. Do I have a recon guy to, like, look over there and say, hey?
Delta's ready to move.
Because that is a really nasty skyline.
Break. Charlie's got eyes on a technical. Whereabouts?
But I just did not put a sentry down there, so they might get away with it just on principle.
Roger. Charlie's got eyes on a technical.
If I had a guy up here, I would have definitely seen that already. So I do have this lonesome medic, because I'm drunk, so I make really mean decisions. I'm gonna have this medic go up here.
By technical, do you mean a unarmed drone?
Heresy.
Apparently, whatever drone. I don't know what my guy's just telling me right now.
Yeah, I have eyes on it. It's a unmanned drone to our northeast.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna react, but look at that skyline.
Let the Vix deal with it.
See what I mean? Like, they're just right there. And I can hear that Kajman. Missile out. And...
Bravo here. What's the hold up?
Let's see.
Whoever tried to hit that unarmed drone, you missed, and now it's angry.
Grant all hands, all infantry dismount.
Okay, we're gonna put up another Pawnee. Still dark. And I'm going to... Oh, my Skyrim music died, so let's...
unmanned drone is angry and moving to our northwest.
Whoever engaged the unmanned drone, it's now angry and heading northwest.
I could have sworn I just heard that.
All call signs, listen up. We are going to move up the blue line towards the southwestern corner of the compound. We will have a platoon wedge, ground command in the middle, sword on the right, shield on the left.
A platoon wedge!
Compound, sword will clear to the right, shield will clear to the left, and we will meet at north. Oh, how copy?
Oh, how
Delta
copy?
confirms, forming echelon left.
I love it.
Charlie confirms.
Alpha confirms. Be advised, that drone's getting closer.
It's dark.
Charlie, what's your position?
We're on the western side of that house. We're gonna move out right now.
Hey, firm, if you can come to Dell's position and form up on us.
I never want to have to shoot down my waifu.
Once again,
We are
forward, six will move inside the way.
But I'll make it work.
Marshal coming in far northeast to reinforce the town.
Delta.
Ground, be advised that...
I do not see you, Delta.
A little bit.
Delta's moving.
Off top lane, move out.
Never mind, this guy does that.
Shots overhead, keep going. Follow the line, stick to your formation.
This is not going to end well. They know we're here, ground command.
Armor, keep your firing over our heads. Guys, let's cover.
Oh my god! I've been practicing, bitch!
Cheesecake, keep up.
You think that's gonna stop me?
Press fire over anytime you can.
Grid's holding fast to the trees.
Come on, baby! Come on! It's hard because you gotta commit it to a single direction, and she is just spinning too hard on the right for me. I'll let the AI take it. So what do we have cooked off right here? Main player base is moving that way. Drone is deployed over here. I'll pull this guy back. And, oh my god, she's still getting some rockets in.
Vehicles, please engage the UGV to our north.
Yeah, no, they pulled out.
She's covering us in the center, let's go. Fire over our heads.
Commit that. They're killing that infantry group right there.
Spread out.
Ground command is big 2, we're rolling up on his ass.
Confirm. Shot, small stampering.
That made him poo a little.
UGV on the road, heading towards where we stay.
Back to stampering, go, go, go.
I'm at UGV in front of you.
And I got her in a tailspin again.
Are you incompetent?
Charlie's covering us with that.
Oh, shit. Where's the Kajman, though?
Walking with me.
Thanks.
I don't know, I told him to cover your advance.
Oh, I got the Kajman, though.
It's pissing me off.
Oh.
Guys, you should be on echelons off ground command. Move up.
Repeat as.
Whew.
Going to Achilles.
Marshall killed the Vic. I somehow got the Kajman in that. Hot damn. I'm gonna send him to seek and destroy. I've seen rocket strikes coming back here. They gotta be careful with those Vics, because
Clear right, shield clear left.
rockets could come in. Marshall now coming up to adjust as well. And it looks like it just sniped Stewie's Marid.
Pushing into the compound. Vix, move right this side.
Vics are adjusting. Yeah, Little Bird Tailspins, I don't know why I'm having trouble with her.
Great job, Hammer. Great overwatch.
And they get that one. I'm not
Watch
a
your
good
fire, you
pilot.
just friendly fired me.
I still have a lot to learn. Like, I should have been able to get myself out of the tailspin.
Clear all
I
the
just could
buildings,
not
delete
commit
the
her into a
laptop.
single direction. So the laptop, luck of the draw, is over here.
We're grounded at the moment. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Going to cruise covers.
Delta's mass cast.
Wise infantry are committing. And we got this group coming in. Now we're getting some suppression through the smoke. So Fabit goes down, but Hardcore is able to shoot him. Trades with him because he was hiding behind a door. Got this force coming around as well. Trying to see if that Little Bird's going to do any more seeking and destroying. Pop some flares over their heads.
Delta to the ground.
And medics are running up and getting
Delta
those
squad
forces
leads
up.
KIA.
Woo! Rocket in the command building.
Base and keep moving back up.
It's a poor officer.
We have no air for reinsert.
Delta confirms.
So that fix is going to go on the move.
Keep clearing the buildings, guys.
And I'm going to delete this squad. And just have them come up as QRF. So everything I still have here is just going to be brought up as QRF. It double spawned, so I'm just going to delete that.
Charlie to Vix, how far have you pushed up? Because we've got Vix
A
right
lot
now.
of smoke being utilized.
So copy Vix moving to the north side.
I think this guy, yep, just got tapped by the guys in here. And I need more vodka. Looks like air's coming in to drop reinserts off at the LZ. And some people switching on their flashlights. Marshall being sent around. I think it's going to hunt that Panther. We can only hope. Rocket strike coming in from the air asset. And I'm going to ungarrison the remaining guys in here. Panther is pretty heavily armored, though, so they're going to need a lot of shots on her. Gonna get in what I can. Vice getting mowed down. Grim also going down. And Hardcore getting double tapped as soon as he turns the corner. His body freaking out.
Alpha, correction, Bravo here. Just been dropped off. Not in any situation to support any squad.
Delta squad lead reinserting, not sure about situation.
buildings, guys.
Send in GOAT Team 6.
So I'm not sure if he just tried to close short range. Looks like he tried to use an AGM on him.
Ava made us play it safe. Just copper infantry that you're in your area. And, your
And I still got this officer right here. They're essentially looking for his intel. I'm surprised Frozen hasn't found it yet. Officer actually deciding to leave this area and have a walk. Veronix needing a TP to Skelly. I believe Skelly is down here. Just heard that little bird take another hit.
Once again, all call signs, we are looking for a laptop.
And Fred Cross found the laptop.
All hands, pull out. Pull out.
And they killed my officer. Alright.
RTB.
Liru,
Yep.
do they need additional Vix for Xbox and get that mobilized?
Send in GOAT Team 6.
Or are you gonna do it when they're at like 500, or are you just gonna index?
If they get out, if they all get out of the red zone, then they're good.
Right, I'll just get a Vic to get them moving then, okay?
Alright, you do you.
Grant to high.
This is highest on traffic.
We have found your porn. We are returning to base.
Oh, you found that. I swear she was 18. Yeah, get that to base immediately.
All call signs, pull back, return to base.
Marshal inside the compound is
Randy
ready
Pitchford,
to
right?
take in one squad, but our wheels are shut out.
Whew. Anyway, FK, thanks for the 27-month resub, and Stone Willow Tree, thanks for the resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get this, and Rev, thanks for the 10 bits. Are they just friendly firing each other at this point? Because holy crap, I just saw 2 people go down, only heard bullets coming out of that direction. Like, hot damn. So I'm gonna just send this squad on the rear here.
Pull out. Just pull.
Let's give him a warning. God, I haven't heard a girl yell at me to pull out since. And that's a Twitch ban. So what they need to be doing is coordinating with their vehicle assets, getting people loaded in VIX, get them driven to the edge where it's safe, and then pull back, grab more people, and leave.
Southwest, are you full?
So Skelly also has his transport truck. He
If
can
you're
use that to
referring
grab
to the
more
one
people.
with the shut wheels, we are absolutely not.
Oh, Stone, well, I'm sorry you just came in to hear that. But I hope you keep enjoying the ops, man. Looks like they're leaving people behind, too. That's...
Okay, yeah, I could probably run faster than you, so I'm gonna opt to use my legs.
I wonder if I could medic them, only to shoot them in the face.
Delta ground.
Go for ground.
Delta is reinserted in one times pickup truck. We
Go again, you broke up.
Delta's reinserted in one time pickup truck.
I can't medic them, but I can double tap them.
Fall back to base, pick up any you can on the way. Pour one out for Abraham.
This is my box now.
Yeah, don't worry, just keep going, man.
All call signs, don't follow the blue line, just head directly back to base.
I dropped that one.
I'm going to put a marker on map for general regroup. Head to there. It will be to the west of the AO.
Charlie copies.
So when did everything went wrong?
All call signs, marker regroup is live. Be aware you
Nothing
can still be
went
fired on
wrong.
inside the AO.
Contact happened.
we?
This is my box then. I died too. They were fucking around trying to get me up, and I'm like, dude, you're exfilling at this point. If there's no medics here, get the fuck out, leave me to die, and leave. And they were like, but we can't leave a casualty behind. I'm like, for fuck's sake, leave!
I can't leave a casualty behind. That's what I would do. Everyone's got to get out, man.
Sometimes you have to leave men behind. Hello. Hello. Yeah, especially if it's me, to be fair.
Both for backup base.
Alright, Kamal, we can't get people loaded into the Hemet because somebody's a team killer in the Hemet, and as a result, no one can get loaded in, so we're kind of fucked in how useless this vehicle is.
Affirm, we'll execute them when we get back. Just start walking towards base. Those of you who are shooting at the AO, where?
Skelly, tell your guys to get in the other helmet I just put down. I have stopped the RC and as a result. Azariah just drove into a squad.
Fuck that little bird.
So I wasn't trying to ram you with it, I was just trying to get on par with you. I had no tail rotor.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are hostile and can't get in.
No, these are NATO boys shooting at you, and they shot me. I'm by the little bus.
Yay.
Hammett, way up, I'll come to you.
2 Hemets now.
Shh, you're dead. You're not allowed to speak. As you're dead, you're not allowed to speak. You gotta call your hits, man. Call your hits. You're the one that drove into a NATO squad.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, I can't wait for the fucking debrief.
Why?
Armor's off belongs to me.
The main issue here, and I'll tell you the main issue why we got fucked at the start, is because people didn't pull security properly like they were told. That is nothing. Yeah. No, I'm talking about when we. Everyone died in the start.
Alright, I'm gonna start PvPing. Oh, they got me! What a shot!
That was a fuck up, but the main issue was that people weren't pulling security. I was right next to the ground command, next to, like, in the middle of all the squads, and we had 3 NATO dudes literally on our ass that we had to deal with straight away because people didn't pull a good enough security.
No, I'm not!
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, holy shit! But yeah, that's the main issue, boys. And people stopping when you should be moving. From ground command.
So you guys want to hear something interesting?
Sure. Go for it.
When you guys took the main compound and both vehicle crews got in the Moras, they decided to turtle hug each other and just stay there. And I had an AT guy stare at one of them for a good 5 minutes from 10 meters away. And then I finally just RC'd him and took the shot.
Is that the one by any chance that decked ground command, the platoon medic, plus
Yep, it was, because it was a single guy, and then 2 more ran up to reinforce. Another guy was 18, like, are we gonna shoot this or not? And then, yeah, ground command ran up, and, yeah. The guy holding the AT was literally watching, I think it was Abraham, as he tried to go up to medic the guy, and he's like, hi? And then his buddy shot Abraham.
So
yeah, literally.
I was told that the compound was clear, so when I reinsert boots on the ground, I'm running towards Skelly, yeah? And as I'm walking forward, I see a guy with a Moore stick. It's alright, we use Moors as our own AT stick. Didn't realise he was wearing like the camo fucking...
This is high, send traffic.
All call signs have extracted from the AO. Do you want us to return all the way to base, or do you want to just
Stand by, there is still 1 vehicle fleeing the AO, but we will index in probably 10 seconds over.
Learn how airfield.
I mean, Nim did really well, to be fair, though.
Yeah, all
plan.
considered, yeah. It's a difficult thing to pull off.
The was solid, though.
Is everyone RTB now?
Yep.
It's just difficult to pull off. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
So,
And this
Liru
is the
wasn't lying
largest stop
today when
that
he
we
said in
do, so
training
it
that
shouldn't be a
night
case
ops
of
are
feeling
a fuck
disheartened
up.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah, night ops are normally messy.
As sorry for the headshot with the shotgun, but I'm kind of scared.
You unlocked his brain.
Behind the guy.
The master key.
Meet up in my channel. All right.
Oh.
Outcast, would you say that you essentially had a Ram Ranch experience?
So I took a sip for every time someone died, and I'm regretting that now. So I need to give this debrief and look at Fred Cross's avatar and do things. But we'll quickly debrief real quick. So just moving everyone up here. Up, someone got the grand move. Cool. All right. So here's the deal, guys. I'm gonna do a full index, which means I'm gonna go over everything that happened from the Zeus interface side. So cutting my music. Here we go. So, you guys paradropped. I had to paradrop a few people in. Shout out to, I think it was DeVincer that, Nim, I think you're pot micing, please. Okay. So, shout out to DeVincer for killing ground command with his parachute, because ground command was down. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, that was
the parachute.
That was me. I landed next to him when he was already down.
Yeah, but then your parachute killed her.
Oh.
Because it armored her. So yes, shout out to the parachute kill. I then got you guys back in, gave some more parachutes, blah, blah, blah. You guys staged on the AO. I had 2 squads garrisoned, 1 squad on patrol, and 1 Panther and 1 static by the main entrance. And then on the outside of that compound, I had a freaking Prowler with 50 cal and front-facing MG just at the crossroad, and then a 4-man fire team just chilling with them. That was apparently enough to stop your, I forget it was sword or shield, but it basically cut them off. And when I looked back again, I realized just how cheeky that angle was. So that wasn't done on purpose. I was just trying to put it there for the sake of, having something outside as perimeter security. So that completely messed up half of your force. Because there was a little bit of QRF in the little farm, multiple buildings off to the northeast. I had 2 squads in there, 1 on patrol, 1 garrisoned, just in case I needed to pull them. So they got pulled and completely cut off and murdered half your force. The rest of you pushed in, started taking stuff. Your vehicle crews took 2 Vics. Then they decided to hug each other, like really close to where you guys picked up. I had a Moz gunner staring at you guys for a good 5 minutes. It was the same Moz gunner that killed ground command and a platoon medic when they circled around to try to pick up another medic. And then after the 5-minute mark, I just RC'd it and AT'd you because it was staring right at you. And that made the other Vic move into play. Really, throughout the entire op, I felt Vic Cruz could have overwatched a little better. Because there was a lot of positioning issues with Vics in general. Not just Vic Crews themselves, but we'll get to it. So, you guys sweep the compound. I did a small counterattack because you guys aggroed my tank and my marshal. One of the Moras pulled out to try to kill the marshal, did a lot of damage to it, but then the marshal retaliated, killed it. And then air came in, killed my tank. Marshal drove around. Someone killed my marshal. You guys decided to pull out. One of you grabbed a marshal and decided to start shooting at a compound really far away. Meanwhile, I had a car drive up and literally kill 6 or 7 of you that were all around that marshal, and the marshal didn't even notice. So
yeah,
consider, if you're in a vehicle, pull security for your guys, or maybe tell them to get in your vehicle so you can fall back, because that was kind of... I don't think I've seen that in a very long time, where the Vic just completely disregards the fact that the infantry around it are getting massacred. But you guys pulled back. I waited a few minutes, had my QRF come in, resecure the compound. I then scrolled in. I heard that you had choppers coming, so I sent guys to investigate, and you guys held that position. Then the counterattack happened. I think I wiped it was Alpha, because they pulled up in a Vic, like deep in the forest, and you got surrounded, and AT blew you up. I think Undead Cog also got blown up. He was one of your air assets because he flew really low on that forest, and he didn't hover per se, but he flew very slowly. So I literally just one-clicked with a Moz and oofed him outright. So, plus we needed more reinserting at the end, so I kind of sent him a bit quicker, but digression. You guys pulled out of that area, re-attacked, set up a really nice plan. I shot your Kajman down with a little bird, doing a rocket run head on after they shot my tail rotor out, so that was fun. I got to mess around with your air asset. And you guys took the compound. There was a lot of blue on blue today. I missed 2 instances. One major instance was when you had a friendly marshal deck 4 of your own guys while you guys were pulling out. Another one was when you guys charged up to the compound. Actually, 2 instances. You had one of your friendly marshals again shoot 3 friendlies, and then when you were pulling out, there was another instance where infantry shot friendly infantry because it was a bit of chaos in that situation. But those are the big ones. There were a lot of minor ones I saw too. So friendly fire definitely a big issue today. But it's nighttime, so I understand why. It's hard to PID off of just a rifle because at night LDF and NATO camos look similar. That's why I only had a single night mission planned for this rotation. Otherwise, again, vehicles weren't really pulling security that well because Vic came around, it shot a Marid in the ass, and killed a few guys as well. And despite that, you guys pushed in, took the intel, found my classified documents, and then left the AO. And then the leaving AO was a bit tough because we had a team killer in one of the Vics, and I was doing some sniping with one guy left in the AO, but after you told me that over 50, I got out of him and tried to fix it by giving you a second fix so you could drive out. Overall, I think the crutch really fell on Vic Crews because they should have been a little more aggressive, but the areas where they were too aggressive, they got punished. So it's really hard for me to say how to fix it. But, you know, having 2 Vics in the middle of a compound just, like, hugging each other when you should be communicating with infantry and getting avenues swept. Because a lot of my infantry QRF came in via vehicles. So if you were on perimeter duty, watching MSRs and stuff, you would be able to catch it a lot easier and definitely help with your infantry. But some of this was also just due to bad luck and just being slow to pull out, which I'm not personally, but usually TSB is. So, with all that said, overall, I still think you did well. You did the smart thing of bypassing the entire AO and re-attacking. I was not expecting you to do that, but I'm glad that you did because it shows that you're thinking. And I think the Kajman could have been deployed earlier as well, because if it was helping you after the Rhea SAM sites got shot down and it was covering outside of your compound, it could have easily taken care of that Marshal and tank and the infantry QRF, but I still think Air did a pretty good job because they still took out the tank and a bunch of other stuff with Hellcats, and that's still really well done. Otherwise, Ground, it is your cue. I am now going to drink more vodka and get hammered. Have fun.
Party time. Okay. So for the most part, everyone did really great. Thinking back to the very start of the operation when we hit the first compound, I'm not sure what happened with Sword, Alpha, and Bravo. Bravo managed to hit the compound and continue sweeping around it. Alpha got kind of split up. I'm not sure what happened there. I'll watch over the Zeus eye view to see what happened there. Compound was clear pretty well. Make sure that you guys are like properly clearing.
I've drank about a third of what was in there, so
when you're clearing
I'm a
a
little
compound,
fucked
you're
up because
actually
I've been eating all
clearing
day.
the compound. There were several times where there were people left behind, and we're picking off people who were like ground. After that, moving back, just trying to get all the reinserts in place. We only had 2 birds, so it was a little bit slow. Everyone did a good job after the QRF came in and engaged us. We were able to bug out pretty quickly. Make sure when you're given an instruction to follow a route to your next staging that you actually follow that route. When we hit the staging, we started to move in. It was a bit of a risky move, but we knew that the southwestern side of that compound was fairly low guard. So we moved in that way. Charlie, the big negative for you I have on this one was make sure you stay in formation. You fell behind quite a bit and let that entire flank kind of fall back a little bit. Just make sure you guys keep up. If you need to stand break, say so. aside from that, we hit it, we cleared it, we found the intel, and we pulled back. As Liru said, there was a whole bunch of team shooting.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Do better. That's all I can say is just do better. Apart from that, like, yeah, almost got these. You did great. Well done for passing info back to us. Really well implementing the Sword and Shield task forces. We haven't really done much of that before, at least not as long as I've been here. So really well done on picking up on that and using it to its advantages. That's all I've got to say. Alpha.
Real quick. For all TSB members in here, drunk Liru idea. I'm gonna put up a poll and genuinely ask you guys if you want to bring the old scripted medical system back.
Fuck yes.
Because this again is for your enjoyment. I know a lot of people got double tapped here, and you know, I don't mean for it to be that way, but you know, it happens. But I will put that poll up. I think I already know what the answer is going to be, but I like to do polls nonetheless. So Alpha, go ahead.
All right.
Asgo. Fine, Asgo, because that just escaped my lips.
So, sorry for interjecting on that one, by the way. So, in my opinion, again, following sentiments that Victory dropped the ball, the whole concept behind platoon stuff, or at least task force stuff, it's a little bit more advanced for what DSB is considered that we do. However, when it's employed to its efficiency,
I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the day.
1,000 times easier than what we usually do. So it's difficult to pull off, but when it is done correctly, it's a doddle. Today, I feel personally that it fell a little bit short, and I'll take a little bit of responsibility for that. Where infantry were concerned, we had competent squad leads, but it's then up to the team leads if people are lacking in security. If it's down then to, oh, we're not having security or people aren't performing as well, team leads need to drive the guys. If you're taking a team lead position, you need to be knowing what you're doing just as much as the squad lead does. And if you're not performing to the team role, then perhaps think about playing a different role. For the Vic Crew side of it, I think Vic Crew 1 didn't have an ear on the 7.5 like I told them to, even at briefing, for the majority of times, which is quite honestly frustrated me. Vic 2, very similar issue, but it was just a case of generally no communication was been had. I get the fact that people don't want to play infantry in this community. It's a thing that just fucking happens. However, when it comes to doing Vic Crew stuff, you need to be able to communicate not only just with yourselves, you need to communicate with 50, 75, whichever fucking net that the person is that you're responsible to is talking to you at. The reason behind it is that you are a force multiplier. You are not a force by itself. If you are not being utilized to your efficient effectiveness, then you are hindering the player base more and more. I strongly suggest that people take a look at their own performance in terms of Vic Crew and thinking, is the way that I'm playing going to be beneficial to the player base, or is it just going to be a case of I just don't want to play infantry? And I can probably tell you now, if your answer is, oh, I just don't want to play infantry, then Vic Crew is not the thing that you should be doing.
All right, am I good to go as?
Yes.
So there's a lot I want to touch on, and I'll make it as brief as possible. First of all, Nim, to answer your question and Liru's question about the sword thing, Alpha was waiting on the northern side, and we got the go, and we encountered, I don't know...
One second. I'm just going to turn him down. Fuck, how do I turn him down? Change volume! Oh, he's on +5. That's weird. Okay. This TeamSpeak sometimes does
Two
that.
showed up the
There we
IFV and completely wiped the squad. We were just all dead. We weren't able to get across the road.
Sorry about that, guys.
In time, because we're trying to medic and move, and then died. Then I took reinserts were taking a while, and I understand that with it being a night out with Sam's and not, that's not an issue. And then we got, I guess, to the vehicles, and then a few things I want to quickly touch on. Abraham, leave it up to squad leaders to talk to people about stuff. You ran and yelled at my guys, and I was already talking to them about it. Let the squad leaders do the squad policing. If you want to do that, be a squad leader. Don't be a platoon medic. From there, we went to the third objective, and got shot in the back by friendly vehicles.
Can I just rebut on that point about the whole backseat squad leading? This is.
Can we wait till afterwards? Otherwise, we're not going to get through all of this.
Okay.
Other than that, only other thing I really want to touch on is, again, Abraham. I do have ideas for ground command, and I'm trying to tell them, but when you cut me off and starting to yell at me, I'm unable to talk to ground command. So please let me. I understand you want to help out, but it's not helpful getting screamed at when I'm trying to talk to ground command.
Okay, well, I'll rebuke that one, mate. You didn't actually put any ideas forward. You just started saying.
Yes, because
wait, will you let me finish? Will you let me finish? Thank you.
All right, hold on. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say admin skip this. You two can handle this on your own. You don't need 45
Okay.
people to listen to you, bitch. Okay. Alpha, is that it?
I mean, nothing Az hasn't already touched on. Covered
Okay.
everything I
Bravo,
had to say.
go.
Hi there. Bravo was on a sword platoon with Alpha. We got to our staging area. We began the assault. Took fire from the checkpoint. Had the UGV roll proposed over UGV. Then once we'd got most of us up, we recommenced the assault using the GMG that we brought with us. And then that point, because
Quick,
of the nature
quick
of
to
the
cut
area,
you off. That GMG was a very smart idea. Please do it again. That was amazing. Do it again.
So we went over the ridge. We went down the hill because at that point we'd stagnated. So the only way to get us going forward was for squad leads and team leads to actually basically say, "Get off your ass. Here we go. We're going." We hit the compound, began clearing, swept north as we did. First day site was knocked out by vehicle crews. Second, don't know about the one to the first. I think the second was also knocked out by infantry. Could be wrong. We spotted the final IA site. Radio for vehicles to come and kill it for us, because we obviously didn't have AT, because at that point we'd gone from 8 down to 3, down to 2. We'd suffered most of the casualties, if not nearly all casualties at that point. We spent maybe 2 to 3 minutes trying to kill the AA, which we could have probably done in less if the vehicles had helped us, which hindered reinserts hardy hard. And we found that the compound reinserts came in. We got our reinserts back pretty quickly because we went down very fast, and we seemed to hang for a long time in that compound. We were airborne, and we seemed to do it as if we were like an attacking force. So we went to an objective, we'd attack, we'd take, we'd hold, we'd attack, we'd take, we'd hold. Airborne's light, manoeuvrable with a lot of firepower. But they can't really defend what it's worth. So being like locked down in areas for long periods of time, especially when we were plan out to do the second AO, was detrimental. It just added fuel to the fire because there were a lot of communication errors. There was lots of missed PIDs when the enemy did attack us. And then when we finally hit the final AO, vehicle crews were supposed to cover us. There were 2. So one of them moving up behind us, that was fine. And then I did watch the UGV flip Hammer, and then Hammer didn't seem to really cover. And as a result, we got shot in the ass and we all went down. Bravo was in Madrid because we didn't want to go across a field in the open, and which was good because on the way across,
Scally, you good?
Awkward. Stop pressing the buttons, guy.
Scally!
Scally! Press
Scally! Charlie, go ahead until Skelly gets back, and then we'll have Skelly go again. Angel. Angel. Oh, I think we're getting DDoSed. There it is.
distance from you, so you didn't get hit by
There
it.
it is. Okay.
At the end of the day, that should never have happened. Like, seriously, vehicle crews, you really, really fucked us over today. That's it. Other than that, Bravo did fine. The planning took too long, in my opinion, at times. But if you're new to this, that is the problem. and you are getting a lot of feedback from Anthony. He likes to and ah a couple of times, or suggest lots of alternatives and leave the final decision. Oh no, I wouldn't have gone across that field on foot. I would have used the vehicles we had available. I would have suppressed the compound as we pushed towards it, which is what we did.
Cover as well.
Yeah, that's my own opinion. Other than that, Alpha was sorry that we couldn't help you when we took that first contact, but at that point, it was a do or die moment.
Yeah, I get you.
That's all for me. Oh yeah, last thing. If you're being yelled at to move, just get in any vehicle that you can get into, and let your squad leader worry about reorganising, or your team lead along the way, because we needed to get out of that. That's where we landed. Need to get out of there. It took too long, far too long, and we were getting pretty agitated. I know I was. That's all from me.
Charlie did alright at the last bit. Wasn't around for the first half. I got shot in the back by a teammate, and the medic was unable to locate me. Ran past me a couple of times, which was fun. Other than that, I think the comms could have been a lot better for Charlie. I was only really hearing like 3 or 4 voices, and we're an 8-man squad. I had the issue with CYSE. I don't know at the time if you were down or not, but when the medic got hit, when the marshal was pushing on the south and I went down, I'm not going to call out on 50 that I'm down to another squad, because I like to play realistically, and I'm not going to be talking to other squads that I need a medic. I need you to step up and ask Delta to borrow their medic. And that needs to be a bit faster in my opinion, because we lost at least half our team because you took your time dilly dicking around with the radio, but that's all new, I get it. Other than that, Charlie was a bit delayed with the Delta push on that second compound, but that's because I was under the impression that we should really be covering Delta's advance while they pushed across an open field until we got told to move again. So I do apologise for that. It wasn't a stamina break, it was just us trying to keep cover, keep a bit of strategy to it. Other than that, again, there was a lot of friendly fire. And I get it, it's night time. I struggled to see at some points. But again, PID, let's just try and keep it, and let's not get heated about it either. I don't want my AT guy saying he's going to turn around and shoot our Marshal because our Marshal shot Charlie. I don't like hearing that. And I also overheard in one of the fucking transport trucks some guy giving a lot of shit to King because he took a wrong turn. And I get it. Might be frustrated, but it's not nice. Like I was listening to what you were saying and I wasn't happy about it. So I can only understand how he's feeling. So just try, hearts and minds, think other people have thoughts and feelings too, guys.
So Liru, would you say, on an admin level, if people are going to say, oh, I'm so pissed off, I'm going to shoot these guys, like, that's not a 7-day, that's a month, simply put, because if they're saying, yeah, I'm going to do it, then they just...
Look, I mean, here's the deal. We've perma-banned people over the past 6 months for some really toxic issues. I really don't want to get to that again. I get that that was a hard op, and you're pissed. So, it's hard because it's all in the moment, and I get that, but if it's constant throughout ops, your name will be brought up, and I'll have a talk with you. And then after that talk, if it still happens, then it's gonna be a perma. Because we've already had to do that to a guy. Actually, 2. So, not per op as, but if it keeps going, I will deal with it myself.
Like I said, I kept it calm. I was as pissed off as everyone else was, but I kept it calm. And if you're really that pissed off about it, I know it might not be seen as a good idea, but I was pissed off in yesterday's op. I just took a break, I took a breather, and I signed off and did it properly. Because I didn't want to be in that situation. I didn't want to make things worse for everyone around me. If you feel like you need to take a step back from the game, don't be afraid to do it. Delta, you can go.
Delta squad did fantastic. Our initial push was Charlie was fantastic. We bounded by fire in, totally unnecessary. I should have had Charlie with me. I apologize for that. Cleared the compound, did very well.
I'm going to apologize to my 2IC and Divincer. I went off comms to hop into Marshall with Az, and you guys, as a result, got complete and utterly wrecked and masscast. I completely apologize for that, and that's my bad. We regrouped. Took too way long to get into the Marshall because of one of the Marshall crew was a team killer, so once again, it took me even longer to get my guys sorted into VIX. Once again, that's my fault. Went to the second compound. You guys did an amazing echelon left as we advanced to the second compound, and basically within the first 30 seconds of entering compound, I was insta-killed, and from there, I was basically could not get back to you guys. So shout out to Jensen and Adventure for keeping Delta under control while I was basically dead for basically the second objective. Vicar?
There's still people from Fiku.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. So, first off, when Vikru 1, whenever we first assaulted the compound, Frost went splat upon first first drop, so it took him a minute to get back up to us.
Oh,
My fault
the
there.
bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, he let the body hit the floor. And then we got into the compound. I got hit by that 50 cal, so that sucked. And I don't know what Frost got hit by, but the only person that was left up in that first compound was Demicus for the first, like, 10 minutes. After that first 10 minutes were up, we got into the Mora that we had at the beginning, and saw the enemy Marshal. I put 15 good AP shells into it, and it didn't die, and killed us in 3 shots. Talked to Liru afterwards. Apparently the hull was red and something else was red, and then everything else was yellow. So, yeah.
I assume you got weak hits on it. It happens. Hitboxes have always been wonky in Arma, but you gotta kill it until it's dead. You did kill the gunner of the Victo, that's why it wasn't shooting back, but then I switched the commander to the gunner seat, and that's why it started firing back.
Oh. Okay. Well, the problem is I couldn't shoot it anymore after it got behind
The trees.
got behind the trees, because A, I couldn't see it, B, I ran out of ammo.
Oof.
I was reloading, and that's whenever it killed us, was whenever I was reloading. So after that, we got reinserted back in, found a completely empty Marshal that nobody was crewing for some reason at the regroup point. We got into it. We had ground command inside of us for a while.
Giggity.
By the way, I was on 7.5. I didn't hear you for a good portion.
Which Vic were you in?
The Marshal, Vic 1.
Marshall. I might have been the script that Liru does to change radios, I think it may have just been bugged.
Yeah, it might have bugged out. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, that is just ultimately something that it happens. It's a technical issue. Looking in the hindsight, I probably got a little bit more heated than what I should have. I'll apologise for that here and now, just to set the record straight. Probably something to consider in the future is put the 7.5 FSA for like a armor net for 7.5. Just put it on your short range. That way it's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do the next up.
But no beef, yeah.
No beef, no beef, man. I didn't have any whenever you were talking about it.
Yep.
But I made sure not to team kill anybody, because I can. I don't know about anybody else, but I can tell armor differences through thermals, and not just guns or anything. But
you become a real Chad armor player. We can tell what vehicle's firing by the sound.
Yeah, that's actually at the point where I'm at this point.
Let's continue with the debrief, please.
We pulled up with the ground command inside of us. That's whenever we took up the position, starting to assault the second objective. We were suppressing it with 762. That's whenever we got told that the UGV was around us and started looking for it. And the second that I saw it on my thermal sig, it was already right up next to us and decided to ram us for some ungodly reason. Sent us flying into the air, destroyed our wheels. Once we landed, I started looking for it, and it took me like almost an entire minute to find it again because it had hidden itself behind a bush. That's whenever it decked, I believe, Alpha. It fired GMG into them, and then I found it and decked it with AP. After that, we just continued to suppress and look for targets that I was hitting with 762 so that I didn't, deck anybody friendly. And I think that's about it. My crew was very, very competent today, so. Other big crew.
Yeah, okay. So, it's hard to put in words this whole op that it was. I was constantly belting on 3 different frequencies, trying to coordinate with Az on 75, tracking on 50, and managing my guys on our own net. And heaven knows that both Vankram and Joe were basically, I was slave driving them to cover for any possible thing in the vehicle, and they were doing well. But I was beyond angry when we got blown up in that AA compound, because we were holding position, we were holding the direction our own squads went, so Delta and Charlie. They went up and we were looking down their way to provide cover for them. The next thing that we know is that the other vehicle rolls up, hugging next to us, and then we get blown up in that compound. Like that, and that Vic was looking the other way, which was incredibly frustrating to know, but okay. Fair enough. Yeah, okay, we respawn, we reinsert, we get the Vic. And then the second clusterfuck begins, where we hold the position, we try to coordinate with the squad that is next to us, which was, I believe it was Delta, back in black. You were next to my Marshal, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We were trying to cover, and I repeatedly called for the infantry around to load back in so we can move and get away from that slanted forest, because it was a fucking horrible mess in there to provide any support on into that forest. And yeah,
I was the guy inside your pick. The squad that up on the hill was Charlie. My squad was Mascaz at that point.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I was telling just to get off from there because we saw targets intermingled with our own infantry, and there was no way. There was no absolute way that we could do anything useful while where our own infantry was still pushing into that forest, into the firing line. And like, then when that whole bullshit ended up, we just packed up, rolled, and went to the other side, and we tried to support infantry but by learning the previous crap that happened, we decided to take a bit more passive approach and hang on the wings a bit more, which did net us a positive thing because we intercepted at least 3 or 4 vehicles rolling in, 2 marshals and 2 stompers easily. But then once we folded in with the infantry, we didn't realize why the Vic
next stop's in an hour. I'm gonna be
sticking up on our ass instead of giving a bit more distance and everything. Then we destroyed that last armored vehicle and trudged out of there until we got jumped by some AT in the forest. overall, like, this whole op was incredibly taxing on myself and my own crew, who were like constantly trying to do as much as possible, and hearing that we dropped the ball while we were trying to melt our brains off trying to plug all the holes that were appearing. It's just
like trying to find a cheese grater.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I was the gunner. I will admit, yes, that friendly fire is my fault. I failed to PID. That is on me. I apologize. I try and not let it happen again. But at the same time, it's hard to PID when friendly infantry is running in fucking circles and running literally into an enemy squad.
That is true.
But yeah. Also, as we had the same deal with listening to 75, because I hardly ever heard you on there, so it's probably a glitch.
If it wasn't a spawned in thing, like at base we had a Marid and a Marshal that did have facilitated custom radios, but if they were just placed down and then we had to get them, they may not have been. So maybe something to consider in the future for these missions if we're going to have like a Vic depot of NATO Vics to utilize.
I know my radio got reset after the paradrop. Did your guys' radios get reset and you never fixed them?
I kind of knew instantly that it would have bought the radios.
Quick Crews didn't have LRs, so we couldn't tell.
Okay.
I knew because of the Potluck and Zeus.
Is it Air's turn? J-Tech, you want to go first before we go?
Well, air-wise today, for my two pilots, I have nothing negative to say whatsoever. I did absolutely everything I needed them to do. They ended up being more reinsert pilots than I would have liked, but I guess that's what happens when everyone gets too tapped and is dying instantly, and I experienced that myself. So for that, I apologize, but I get it if you guys are just here and you just want to fly. Then that was your dream today. Once we were in the AO and the SAM sites were finally dealt with, that's when I finally felt like I could utilize air, but there were so many reinserts that needed to be taken in. I died as soon as we got onto the SAM site, and then instantly when I respawned, both the birds were filled and we had to leave people behind to go and do reinserts. So the Cashman was not coming into the AO for quite some time. Once we finally got caught up on reinserts and we were leaving the SAM site, that's when I felt that we were safe and we could pull the Cashman, and that we were also close enough that people could insert via ground. So I did see quite a few buses back at spawn that people could take. I tried to relay that way I could give my pilots a break from being reinsert and focus solely on supporting the infantry. As far as air support today, once again, you guys did absolutely everything I asked of you, and including when we later got some drones up and started using them to sparkle targets, you guys were able to hit those as well. That was a nice benefit to have. I don't know what happened for some of the deaths. I don't care. I'm not gonna ask. I know a couple of them were due to suicidal little birds who were being toxic as fuck.
They came from Ram Ranch.
Yeah, sure. Ram Ranch little birds. I don't think there's anything that can really fix that. If the little birds are just suicidal, they're suicidal. Yeah, I don't know. Air will be air. You guys did what you needed to do, what I asked of you to do, so don't hang your heads today. So, if my pilots want to speak, they can.
I personally had a lot of fun. First time, I was the one that had little birds constantly trying to ram them. First time, they were explaining to me whatever that it was a situation where he took control of the AI to try to get them to turn, and then he let go of the AI, and then apparently the AI took it from there and basically tried to ram me. Second situation, basically the entirety of it was kind of a fool me once, fool me twice situation. The little bird played chicken with the Kajman. Kajman tried to avoid or evade, and little bird within 2 meters of the Kajman fired off multiple rockets, basically making us lose all control of the helicopter. And in an attempt to auto-rotate, we crashed. Then we came back in the last 2 Hellcats and engaged it with guns at distances of like 300 meters or something like that. And it would continuously fly really close to us in an attempt to basically ram us with rockets or itself or guns or whatever. So the entire time it was in a tailspin, or not in a tailspin, it had recovered from a tailspin about 3 or 4 times. So yeah, not happy about having a little bird basically try to commit jihad in a T0 public op, but overall I had fun. I kind of just wanted to pop in to fly, so running reinserts was kind of my dream. Undead Cog, you here?
Yeah, you've hit everything on the head. I don't have nothing to say. So.
Yeah, most pilots don't find it fun when another little bird from a large faction like NATO decides to turn into a suicidal helicopter. So, that's all we have to say.
Anybody else, or were we the last?
I think that was it.
Alright, if that's it, guys, next stop is at 7:30. Sniper Wolf is running AF Marines naval stuff. That was one of his best missions ever, so I hope to see you guys there. But if you have anything about the op, I don't know, I'm too drunk to put up a DM thingy about it for op feedback, but yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, thank you guys for playing. Hope you enjoyed it. Go operate operationally, and I'll see you hopefully in an hour for that next stop.